Let's talk wedges. So we have bladed wedges in each manufacturer, cavity back wedges in some manufacturers, and then kind of full game improvement wedges available for you to buy and try and enjoy when you're out on the golf course. So what would be the main difference? If we take something like the Callaway Opus wedge, other brands, you've got Vokey, Cleveland, TaylorMade, make this style of wedge. Let's call this a bladed wedge. See how thin it is at the back? No real weighting around the outside, bit of barring across the back here. These will be purchased generally by a mixed range of ability of golfers, but they're kind of aimed at your better player is the idea, because they often fall in sync with what their irons look like, often more better player irons. People say they feel they get more feel from a club like this. It's more responsive, you're not going to get any spring off the face, and you're going to feel like you've got control. Now, the next stage up would be something like the CBX4 Zip Core from Cleveland. This is actually my wedge, hence it's not as clean as the other ones. The reason I use this wedge and not the player's wedge, which I have done in the past, but I've actually now switched more to this, is for a few reasons. I do like the thickness of the sole. It makes me feel a little bit more confident, helps in bunkers, from variations of lies. Arguably from the tight lie, you might go for something which is a little bit more shaved off, but in all these wedges, you can get different grinds. I've got 12 degrees of bounce. I could take the bounce off this club, as in have less, 10, 8s, those kind of ideas. The reason I like the cavity backing on this, so that little bit of help around the outside, is it blends more with the irons I play. I play more game improvement irons, so I don't like the big jump down to the bladed wedge. I like it more to be a slight little jump down, but nowhere near as aggressive as the blade. So what I think is quite interesting is most of you watching this video probably have irons that help you, but then you probably want to jump to a wedge that doesn't help you in any way. I think that is slightly counterintuitive, hence I go more for that cavity back. Then if you go up for the pure kind of game improvement wedge, often ones that maybe come with your set, the limitations you might get with this is you won't get the bounce and the grinds and all those kind of things that you want for your specific short shots, but that's up to you to decide. Also, you're going to find that these are generally strong lofted, so you might need more of these to get to the loft that you want. Where with, say, this CBX, I've got a 60-degree loft. The loft blends to what I need. With the Opus, this is a 58, and there'll be many other loft options, so you can get the lofts you want to make sure the ball goes the distance you want it to go. Where your cavity-backed kind of game improvement ones, you're going to get more set lofts, so not as specialised. So combination of both worlds, you get specialised in this, you get all the spin on the grooves and the face and the milling, but you can get lofts and bounces. And if you want to go full Tour Pro, get that ultimate feel, you're going to go maybe more for the bladed options. Let me know if this makes sense. At the end of the day, I do think something like this should be in more people's bags than this, but these are very desirable.